What's up, AnimeBallZ fans? My name's Ray, and this is another episode of What's New Japan, coming to you from the time slot of Weekly Wednesday. I don't know why I said Weekly Wednesday, but I'm going to roll with it. It's now called Weekly Wednesday. Anyway, on to the introductions. What is What's New Japan? Well, What's New Japan is where I find out what's coming out in Japan over the next 2 to 3 months, and I tell you about it in the hopes that you'll find it cool enough to check it out when it finally hits Australian shores, therefore giving the studio enough money to make a second season if it's really good, or make something even better if it's really bad. That being said, let's check this out. The first thing I've got for you today is a spin-off of the popular series Naruto. I apologize in advance for my terrible pronunciation of the series, but it's called Rock Lee no Shaisun Full Power Ninden. I have no idea what that translates to in English. Hopefully Criddle, who actually speaks Japanese, has done a bit of translating work and he's written the vague English translation of the series at the bottom of this video, but I can't really help you with that. What I do know about the series is that it's a gag comedy anime that centers around the secondary Naruto character called Rock Lee. He is absolutely hilarious in the original series. I'm really looking forward to seeing how they take him if they're making an entire series based around him. It definitely looks like it's going to be really good. It comes out in Japan later this month, so we should see it sometime soon-ish. But yeah, definitely check this out. It looks absolutely hilarious. Next up on the list is a movie based on the popular anime Strike Witches. Now, those of you who are listening to the last AnimeBallZ Graveyard will remember that Tash told all of the listeners all about the anime Strike Witches. Now, it was either because I wasn't paying attention to what she was saying, or I just did not get much sleep that night, but I don't remember a single thing she said, so I have no idea what Strike Witches is all about. What I have been able to find is a plot synopsis of the Strike Witches movie, so fair warning, there are spoilers in this next part. If you don't want to listen to them, just stick a steel bucket over your head for the next minute and start banging as hard as you can. So, the Witches' battle has begun anew, and it starts now. The year is 1945, the setting is the Fuso Empire. Yoshiki Miyafuji, who lost her witch powers, I'm guessing that happens in the series, I'm not sure, she's been studying hard to become a doctor. A cadet under Yoshiki in the Fuso Navy, Shizuka Hattori, comes to visit. The message she came to deliver is that Yoshiki will be transferred to study abroad in Europe. Yoshiki and Suzuka, what will await these two on their journey to Europe? Now, for those of you who are wondering who the hell she is, apparently Shizuka Hattori is a new character who was introduced in the anime last October. The movie hit Japanese theaters on March 17th, so if you've got your eye on the internet and you're really into Strike Witches, you'll probably be able to find a copy of it somewhere on the internet, but as everyone here at AnimeBallZ is very quick to remind everyone, we do ask that you support the official release. So we should see this in Australia probably around the end of the year, maybe the start of next year, I don't know, but it looks really good, and it looks like this is actually something that has made me interested and want to actually start watching Strike Witches. So hopefully it's really good. The final thing on my list for today is the second half of the series, Fate Zero. Now, those of you who have watched What's New Japan before will know that in the first episode or the second episode, I actually talked about Fate Zero and said how wonderful a series it was and how I was really looking forward to it. You can watch the video. I'm hoping Criddle's put a link in this video to the other one, so you can watch that and find out what I said about it. Or for those of you who just don't want to watch it, I'll just reiterate what I said. So the second half of the Fate Zero series is quite obviously the second part of the Fate Zero television series. It's based on the Fate Zero novel, and the entire story is set 10 years before the events of Fate Stay Night. The series chronicles the events of the Fourth Holy Grail War, and it reveals the truth which unfolded behind the battle between Shiro's father and the younger Kotomai Kiri, which, for those of you who have seen Fate Stay Night, I'm not going to spoil it, but for those of you who have seen Fate Stay Night, it was one of the big unanswered questions. And so the fact that we're finally seeing what actually happened, oh god, I'm really looking forward to this. It should be really good. So yeah, that's what I've got for you today in What's New Japan. We've got a spin-off series of Naruto featuring the secondary character of Rock Lee. We've got a movie based on the anime Strike Witches, which I have no idea about. And we've got the second half of the Fate Zero series, which is looking really bloody awesome. That's all I've got for you today. My name's Ray. This has been What's New Japan. Catch you on the flip side. Oh, sorry, there was one other thing that I wanted to mention, just for being a great audience and actually staying until the end of this video. Apparently there's been talk of Japan making an anime on Thomas the Tank Engine, so yeah, keep your eye out for that, because it looks and it sounds absolutely hilarious on paper, so just keep an eye out, and I'll keep you updated if I find any more information about it. Okay, catch you on the flip side.